Yo everyone, Dan Central here, and welcome to a new video. This time I thought I would do a collection video, which I haven't done in a little while. But I thought I'd also do something that I've done ages ago, but I haven't done an updated version of it in a while. And also, I've had a lot of subscribers since, and there's a high chance that they wouldn't have seen the video that I did the first time round of it. And there are people that are, continuously commenting on my videos. So I thought, at least if I do another one, not only will I enjoy doing it again, but also there's more of a chance that they'll see it and watch it. So this is going to be a collection video of my cheat books. Now it's something different as well, because normally when you think of a collection video, it's for a console or a handheld, and it's just the games you've got for each. But I thought I'd do something different in terms of books. Now, before I go into the video completely, I have made a brand new Facebook. Now, I've had a Facebook for a while on a gaming hobby, linked to my YouTube channel, but it's been an actual Facebook where you have to add me as a friend. Now, that's absolutely fine. I will still continue to run that and everything, but I've found for experience that people tend to view pages more than actual Facebooks, because you haven't got to be connected to them on a like page to be able to view the content. Obviously, it's very much appreciated, and obviously I'd rather they liked it. But on an actual Facebook, you've got to they've got to add you as a friend, and then you've got to accept them to even see most of the content. Obviously, depending on your privacy settings, but if you have got a lot of restrictions on there, then they've got to physically add you as a friend for them to see much of the content. Whereas on a like page, you haven't got to like it to see everything. And also, like pages are more public than actual Facebooks that can be more personal. So I kind of avoided creating one up until now, because I thought it'd be too much. I thought I'd end up creating too many pages and stuff on my gaming hobby. But actually, when I think about it, overall, I've only then got the two Facebooks for my gaming channel, really. So I've created a new one. Now my one that I've had for a while is basically facebook.com/gaming369, which I'm still running. You've just got to add me as a friend on that one. But I've made a new one, which is a like page, so that it's a bit more public. Hopefully I can get it more out there to people. And that one it's brand new. I've not long done it, and it's going to be along the bottom of the screen, hopefully now, and that's www.facebook.com/DanCentralGaming. So it's more relating to me as an individual as well, rather than just Gaming369, which is quite general. And again, I'll be putting all my videos on there. It'll be a chance for me to interact with you guys, hopefully a bit more, and vice versa. So it's a brand new Facebook page as opposed to an actual Facebook, facebook.com/DanCentralGaming. Please do go and check it out. I've not long created it, so it's quite new, and I'd love to interact with you guys on there as well as on here. Because with the, I think just with doing a Facebook page where you had to add me, it's quite restricted, and you've got to literally add me. And not everyone wants to do that, especially if they don't know you as a person. It can be a little bit like, okay, do I add them, do I not? I don't know them personally, kind of thing, which is completely understandable. So yeah, thinking about it, it's probably better if I do a like page, because that's almost like you follow someone, on Twitter, where you don't know them personally, but you want to follow them because you want to find out what they're up to and stuff. And this is just a bit more public, and the interactions I've found is probably a bit better. I've seen some of my fellow YouTubers doing like pages as opposed to actual Facebooks. It tends to attract more people and gain more interest, and people are made more aware of it as opposed to an actual Facebook where you've got to add as a friend. So yeah, facebook.com/DanCentralGaming. Please go and check it out. Let me know what you think. And again, it keeps everything in the one page, as opposed to being on YouTube where it's just video after video after video, and there's a lot of separation in between. With a Facebook page, it's all in the one platform, all on the one thing. You can put everything in there basically. So please do go and check it out, guys. I'm now on Facebook as a like page as well. So, cheat books. How many do you own? Which ones do you have? Have you got more than I have? Show us your collections. Check out the new Facebook. If you've got a big collection, would love to see it. post some pictures on my Facebook. I will gladly look at all of them and definitely comment on them too. Or if you prefer to comment underneath, that's great too. But the good thing is with Facebook you can post pictures as well. And videos. If you want to do a video response, again, please feel free to do so. So I've got quite a few. I'm going to smash through them as much as I can because I've already done 5 minutes now on the video. And yeah, let me know what you think, either by text, comments, that's the same thing, douche. Either by comments, videos, or pictures, sorry. First one then is a cheat book on the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. It's a great book, there's nice size as well for a cheat book. It's got some great games in there, and also the other brilliant thing is that it has screenshots. So that's always a plus. And basically it's got some great games in there, including Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle, DuckTales, Super Mario Land, of course, and Ghostbusters 2. So it's a great book. Bought that in a charity shop in Norfolk when I was there, I think. Sure I did. Yeah, I did. I did. So yeah. Next one is a complete A to Z of Dreamcast cheats, but it also includes a guide to Shenmue, which it says there in the controller. So with the Shenmue guide, it's got pictures from the game. And then at the back, you've got your A to Z of cheats, including Sonic Adventure, which is, of course, one of the reasons why I bought the book in the first place, because it gives you great cheats and stuff to doing things on Sonic Adventure, which is... I just saw it. There it is. Up there. Great one. Next one is PS1 cheat book. Now, I remember when I was at school, primary school, when I was really young, one of my mates bought this before I got it, and I was big on the PS1 at the time. I was playing it every day after school, and I was getting stuck on certain games, and he happened to bring this in one day, and I was so excited. And I remember running over to him in the classroom when the teacher wasn't looking, and being like, "Have you got any cheats for this game?" And he'd go through it, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I've got it," and he'd open it up for me, and I would literally get a blank piece of paper and just copy down all the cheats from his book, take it home, and then obviously try them out on the games. Obviously it'd help me out, and then eventually I saw it in a shop and just thought it'd be easier if I bought it myself, so I ended up getting it myself as well. But I just have really fond memories of writing down in the classroom when I was really young, when the teacher wasn't looking. So yeah, and then obviously I bought it myself. So yeah, a lot of sentimental value attached to a lot of these books as well. Next one is another PlayStation 1 cheat book. Once I bought that one, I saw a few more and wanted to see if there are any, obviously what the different games were that I didn't have in that one. Then I got another one, again A to Z of PlayStation cheats. Some of these books don't have much on the back, so I'm not going to show you the back of all of them, because some of them are just like random adverts that you don't really want to see. So next one's another one, A to Z of PlayStation cheats. I believe it's got a bit of PS2 in there as well, hence the console being at the bottom. PS2 cheat book here now. It says the biggest PS2. I think most books said that, so it's not going to be the biggest ever, but I think most see that you don't really want to see that, so I'm not going to show the back of all of them. Most books tended to say they were the biggest, so yeah. Now moving on to my quite comprehensive collection of Games Master cheat books. Remember the Games Master magazine that's still out nowadays? I've just got a lot of cheat books for that, because I went through a phase where I used to collect as many of the magazines as I could, and the cheat books as well. So that's the first one I've got, which is the earliest one that I own. So as you can see on the left hand side, you've got like PS2, but then you've got Dreamcast, Game Boy Color, Nintendo 64, PS1 and Game Boy Advance and PC. So a lot of older stuff in there, so I'm really glad to still have this. And we've got another one. And as you'll notice, all of these are in time order from when I bought them. So you'll notice that as you start to look at them, you'll notice that some of the older systems will eventually start to disappear from the cheat book, and newer ones will start to crop in. The Sega Dreamcast has already no, it's not disappeared. Backtrack. I thought it had disappeared then. Still there. But soon the Dreamcast will disappear, and then so will Game Boy Color. I got a bit ahead of myself there. So these are really nice covers as well. The logo changed, the lettering started changing as well. It also used to give you the total amount of cheats that were in there in total, which is obviously really good, so you can see how many you were getting. Now at this point, the Dreamcast is still doing well, but the tips are very small. There's only 33 cheats as opposed to 1,114 on the PS2. And there you go. Then now the Dreamcast has disappeared. I thought the Dreamcast disappeared earlier, that's why. Yeah, so Dreamcast is gone. We've now got PC, CD. Xbox has come in. So as you can see, I've got quite a few of the Games Master ones. That's the best of cheats from the year 2004. So the spines were pretty cool. The spines would have the logo of Games Master, and if you collected all the books, it'd form the whole logo along the shelf, which is really, really cool. But I didn't manage to collect all of them, so you've got like little bits of stuff there, but you didn't manage to make the whole thing because, no, I didn't have all the books. There's a lot of money as well to shell out to try and do them all. So, you know, Games Master weren't silly. Nintendo DS has come in as well now. GameCube and Game Boy Advance are still there though. This is the best cheats of 2005, I believe. So this is still all Games Master. So I went for a big collecting phase. Sonic's on there as well. PS3's now come in, as well as Xbox 360 and Nintendo Wii. Call of Duty. And that's it. So I believe Game Boy Advance and Nintendo GameCube are in all of my Games Master cheat books in that case that I've actually got. And obviously nowadays they wouldn't be in there anymore. And then we're going back a bit because it's a different series now on this. This is the official Volume 2 bumper book of tips that came with the Mean Machines Sega magazine. Now I don't have the magazine because the guy was only selling the cheat book alone, but for 5p. So I was like, yeah, I'll have that, thank you. So there's the Mean Machines Sega Volume 2 cheat book. It basically has cheats for the Sega Mega Drive, the 32X and the Sega Saturn. Complete A to Z of Nintendo 64 tips and cheats. And what I love about this one is it's got screenshots of all the games, which is awesome. And it came with the obviously Nintendo World magazine. And yeah, really, really nice. Has some great screenshots in there. They're in black and white, but still has a great screenshot in there. I remember when I bought it, I was trying to find cheats for Zelda, and it only goes up to as far as Y, Yoshi's story, and then it finishes, there's no Z. I remember thinking, well, it says here, a tip for every Nintendo 64 game, really? Yes. And I remember when I first started getting it, I was like, no, because it's not got Zelda. So how can you say that? But then, silly me, it comes under L, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. So, epic fail on my part. There's me trying to be all kind of cocky. Oh, it's not A to Z though, is it? Because where's Zelda? It's under L for Legend of Zelda, which makes sense. My bad. Next one, PS1 cheat book, a bit thinner. Come with the PlayStation Max magazine, if you remember that magazine, because I do. And there's another one, PlayStation Max. Just going to speed through this. Not got much time left. Again, PS1 and PS2 that is. PlayStation Max. Another PS1 cheat book, quite a thick one for Pocket Power Station magazine, which again, don't know if you guys remember that, but I do. Another one for Play magazine, PS1 and PS2. Again, another one, PS1 and PS2. All my cheat books are falling down. I don't want to get these all messed up because they're all in time order from when I bought them, which I like to have them in. A to Z of cheats. Love the fact it's got first aid at the top with the whole monitor line going through. That's cool. Computer and video games, tips you need. It's got Zelda, Wind Waker in there as well. PS2, I love the fact they've put a roadmap on there with computer game names on it. Final Fantasy X, cheats, tips and secrets, but also has an A to Z of PS2 cheats at the back. PS2 cheat book that has over 10,000 cheats apparently. This has an A to Z of PS2 cheats, but also features heavy on Virtua Fighter 4. This is an Xbox 360 now, complete A to Z of cheats, which includes 165 games that has included in there Resident Evil 5, Street Fighter 4, Tom Clancy's, Hawks, and Call of Duty World at War, and Grand Theft Auto 4, sorry. And there's a screenshot of Call of Duty 4 at the top. And then lastly, these aren't really cheat books, but I've got what's called a NIN Encyclopedia. Get it? NIN Encyclopedia. So it's not a cheat book as such, but it basically has some really cool kind of bits and pieces in that you wouldn't necessarily have thought about. One of them being, in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, you know when Link gets his ocarina out and you can play tunes on it, they've actually given you the things to put in to actually play things like the Simpsons theme, Men in Black, X-Files, James Bond, Star Wars, Mission Impossible, sorry, and loads of others as well. So it's really, really good actually, the kind of things it has in there, which you didn't really necessarily think of. It's got the Donkey Kong rap. Do you remember the rap from Donkey Kong 64? Yeah, we're finally here, performing for you, if you know the words, and it goes through the whole rap thing. DK, Donkey Kong, remember that? It's got the lyrics to that as well, so yeah, it's just awesome. It's got a list of every single Bomberman game that's ever been released, just randomly. It's just every page is just randomness that you wouldn't necessarily thought about, but you think, yeah, that's actually really interesting. It's actually got all the buttons that feature on all the Nintendo consoles completely, all of them. It's just so you know, what you wouldn't ever be thinking about normally, but it's just so interesting when you see it. So yeah. And finally, I've just got basically it's a second-hand games price guide. Second-hand games price guide. It came with Games Master magazine. What it is, it's a great thing to have. If you ever see it on eBay, pick it up. So what it is, it's basically a guide on buying and selling games for a variety of different systems. How much you should expect to get for it if you sell it, and how much you should be paying for it as well if you're buying a game. So you know that if someone's trying to basically scam you or charge you too much, you know how much it's worth and how much you should be paying for it, or try and get lower than it so you can get a profit as well. So basically it's got loads of different systems in there with loads of different games, and it basically tells you the name of the game, the format that it was on, how much you should get for it if you sold it, how much you should be willing to pay for it if you bought it, its rating in terms of stars, and some extra notes on there about it if they wanted to give you some more comments. So it basically gives you loads of games and how much you should get. So for example, if I pick one at random, just open it up, boom, pick one at random, sort of we got, I say random and I'm trying to look at ones that I actually have heard of. Well done, Dan, that makes so much sense. So let's just go for Gex, which I believe my good friend Shock16 picked up not so long ago on the Sega Saturn. Let's go GEX. Gex 3, deep cover, on the Game Boy Color. Right, now you should be, apparently, according to this, you should be able to buy it for £12 and sell it for £6. It's got a 3-star rating, and they're not giving any notes on it. Heart of Darkness on the PS1, which I've actually got upstairs. Buy it for £5, sell it for 2, 3 stars. Okay, so it's just a guide on basically what you should be willing to pay for games and what you should be expecting to get if you sold them. So really, really good to have. So yeah, there we go. So that's it. That's all my cheap books. There's actually loads and loads and loads and loads. And basically, if I show you that, you'll see that there's loads there. So check me out on Facebook, facebook.com/DanCentralGaming. Please do hit like. I'll be putting some more stuff up on there, not just videos, but also I'll be interacting and putting questions up for you guys to hopefully look at and answer as well, see what your thoughts are. And I'll see you in another video. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy.